Bring to mind someone who you love. Now imagine if that person was just diagnosed with cancer. Normally, the drugs they'll be given to treat the cancer will do their job, then be broken down and be flushed out by the body. No problem. But that cleanup process is coded for by a gene, a tiny segment of DNA in each of our trillions of cells. Now, the thing about genes is that they malfunction or mutate all the time. And sometimes that's benign, but in the case of your loved one, if that cleanup gene isn't working, the toxins from those drugs could build up in their body until they die. But I have good news. Today, a doctor equipped with the right tools could preemptively peek into their genetic code, spot the faulty gene, and say, "Whoa, hold your horses. They won't be able to clean this mess up." They could then prescribe a different treatment and save that person's life. The truth is, we're not perfect organisms. And our genome, the ensemble of our DNA, is not a finished product. Some of us are born blind or deaf. Some of our immune systems can't hold their own against COVID or pneumonia. Heck, sometimes our bodies flat out betray us. I can't be the only one who spotted my rogue hand against my own will reaching for another chip. But I have exciting news. See, right now we're on the cusp of a revolution to fix those imperfections, and gene editing is at the heart of it. But I need to make one thing clear before I continue. Genomics needs support. Right now, there are programs underway worldwide to sequence the genomes of millions of individuals, allowing some crazy advancements to be made. England, for example, rolled out a program this year to offer full genomic sequencing to all 55 million of its inhabitants, allowing for personalized medicine like I just talked about. So soon, this technology will be at your hospital, your pharmacy. It'll be your turn to ask questions, to sign up for programs, and to bring the family with. And I get it. With something that big, a healthy dose of skepticism is a must. But when I tell you with all the conviction in my bones that genomics is the next major step for humanity, you have a decision to make. Will you focus on every way to make it work, or every reason it can't? So please, leave your reservations at the door and come to the edge of your seats, and let's find a way to make the world a better place. Now, we'll get worldwide in a second, but I want to start right here, right now. I've been looking out at you guys, and I see some graying hair. No shame, own that salt and pepper. See, old age actually comes with a lot of benefits, like wisdom, something I hope to have, and free time, something I hope to have. But it also comes with things like back pain, hearing loss, dementia. So, to address this, I need you guys to think big picture for a sec. It's a pretty big picture, no? See, now you're asking yourself, did he really just put one slide on his PowerPoint just to show us this? I know, I'm a true professional. This is an axolotl, a kind of salamander, and they're very unique. Let me tell you why. See, a human life is something like this. We're born, we grow up, we reach our peak, and then we start our descent toward death. Axolotls, on the other hand, are more like this. Birth, growth, maturity, and I could walk off the stage. What I'm saying is that they don't actually age. They do this by constantly regenerating their bodies and even their damaged DNA. Heck, they can even regrow an entire limb in as little as 30 days. I don't know about you, but I pull one muscle and it seems to stick with me for a year. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying we should go make some immortal axolotl human hybrid. Apart from probably taking over the world, those would be some ugly dudes. What I am saying is that all the instructions for how they do what they do are in their genome somewhere. We just need to look, and maybe we can find a way to help us play with our grandkids longer, to avoid sending grandma to an old folks home, heck, to instead take her rock climbing. I know it sounds ridiculous, but genomics can help all of us live longer, healthier lives. It just needs our support to do it. Now, what does that look like? Maybe it starts with Googling genomics as well as anything else you're interested in to see how this field relates to you. And I guarantee within 5 minutes, you're going to find something mind-blowing. And all I ask is that when that happens, you don't immediately slam your computer and say, that's ridiculous. I want nothing to do with it. Because I'll tell you something. The more you read, the less crazy becomes. And after all, it's your encouragement, your acceptance of this field that will get it the funding it needs. All right. Now it's time to go global. I want you all to imagine that you represent the whole world. All 8.2 billion people crammed into this tiny auditorium. I want you to look to your right and to your left. Now, awkward eye contact aside, statistically, one of you three don't have enough to eat. Another isn't quite at that Captain America physique. We'll say it like that. And congrats if you think you're the last one standing, you can give yourself a little pat on the back. But this is global health, not the smallest of problems. So let's bring those extremes in. Consider a farmer trying his best to feed his family. He labors all season to till his fields, to sow his crops, to pay for everything he might need to make a living. And then just a few days before harvest, torrential rainfall comes and washes all of his work away. This is a reality that impoverishes too many in the world, leading to global hunger and malnourishment. But we're lucky, because there are programs underway right now to supply farmers like him or her do-it-yourself gene editing kits to grant their crops the ability to resist those harsh climatic conditions, like flood or drought. These quite literally microscopic changes are saving harvests and keeping the world fed. Now let's take it to the other side of the map. Rich countries like ours who live on Cheetos and Pop-Tarts. I mean, we try our best, but even myself, when I say I'm eating pizza tonight, what I mean is I'm scarfing down 2 whole pizzas tonight. For people like me, we can tweak our genomes to rebalance our appetite. Or alter genomes of fruit and vegetable crops to make them cheaper to produce and cheaper to buy. That way, when you go to the grocery store, you won't need to pay $10 for a simple bag of apples, or $5 for a single avocado. But I'll tell you this one last time. Genomics needs your support to do it. From saving your family members with personalized medicine, to helping everyone in the world live longer, more meaningful lives. None of it happens without you. So I'll leave you with this. Clearly, it won't be long before genomics arrives at our doorsteps. And if we want humanity to take that next step, we better be ready to let it in. Thank you.